In the vivid tapestry of hip-hop, DMX emerges as a figure both intensely familiar and shrouded in mystery. His raw, gravelly voice and commanding presence on stage created an image that the public remembers well, an image of defiance, vulnerability, and unrelenting energy. But what lay beneath this public persona? What inner pressures and emotional masks did DMX navigate in order to maintain the role that the world applauded? At the core of DMX's motivation lies an intricate dance between two pivotal forces: the fierce desire to be understood and the equally potent need to shield himself from the vulnerabilities that understanding might expose. This duality propels us into the landscape of the Enneagram, where DMX resonates with the essence of a Type 8 personality, the challenger. Type 8s are driven by a need to protect themselves, to stand strong in the face of adversity, and to avoid any semblance of weakness. Yet for DMX, this protective drive was not merely an internal compass. It was a survival mechanism honed by a tumultuous upbringing and the relentless demands of the music industry. DMX's formative ecosystem was a cauldron of contrasts. On one side, the industry that both exalted and exploited him, rewarding the hard-hitting, no-compromise persona he projected. On the other, the personal landscape marked by family turbulence and the scars of past traumas. The hip-hop ecosystem, replete with its own archetypes, the mentor, the trickster, the shadow, offered both sanctuary and strife. For DMX, the archetype of the hero was complicated by the shadow of the wounded inner child, seeking solace in a world that demanded unwavering strength. Within this complex web of relationships, DMX navigated alliances and rivalries that mirrored his inner conflict. Friends and collaborators who saw him as a powerful ally also bore witness to the isolation that fame often wrought upon him. The industry and the fans, enamored by his authenticity and rawness, paradoxically reinforced the very mask he sometimes yearned to shed. In romantic imagery, DMX was often portrayed as both the protector and the rebel, roles that echoed the dual nature of his public and private selves. The public mask DMX wore was a testament to the archetypal warrior, a persona forged in the fires of personal and professional pressure. Yet, behind this mask, the private pressures were immense. The need to consistently embody the unyielding persona the audience loved often clashed with the personal trials he faced away from the spotlight. Fame, while a powerful amplifier of his voice, also intensified the scrutiny and expectations placed upon him, creating a crucible of emotional tension. In the broader narrative of DMX's life, we witness the interplay of growth and shadow, a testament to the Enneagram's path of integration and disintegration. The very qualities that propelled DMX to greatness, his intensity, his fierce independence, also carried the seeds of his struggles. The path of integration for a Type 8 involves embracing vulnerability, harnessing the softer, more compassionate aspects of one's personality. Yet the shadow, when neglected, can become a prison of its own making, trapping individuals in cycles of stress and disillusionment. As we peel back the layers of DMX's journey, one can't help but reflect. Where do we see these patterns in our own lives? The need to project strength, the fear of vulnerability, the roles we assume because the world responds to them. DMX's story becomes a mirror reflecting the universal human experience, the tension between our public personas and our private truths. In this rich tapestry, DMX's legacy is not just one of music and fame, but of the complex interplay between identity and self-discovery. His narrative invites us to question, what masks do we wear and at what cost? As we explore these themes, we invite you to share your reflections, to delve deeper into the stories that challenge and inspire us all. The narrative of DMX, imbued with both triumph and tribulation, illustrates the archetype of the wounded healer. This pattern is vividly depicted through his raw and unvarnished lyrical confessions, each verse a mosaic of his internal battles. In this, we observe the Enneagram Type 8's complex dance with vulnerability and strength. His music served as the vessel through which his internal struggles were both exercised and externalized. Such duality is emblematic of the shapeshifter archetype, where reality and perception intertwine, creating both a refuge and a battleground. Consider the moments in his music where DMX bares his soul, revealing a tumultuous inner landscape shadowed by addiction, loss, and yearning for redemption. Each lyric is a testament to the paradox of his existence, the simultaneous embrace and rejection of vulnerability. It is here that the trickster archetype subtly weaves through his narrative, challenging the fixed perceptions of his audience and himself, nudging him toward paths less traveled, toward the integration of his shadow. In moments of public introspection, DMX confronted his demons with a disarming honesty. In interviews and performances, we catch glimpses of the man behind the myth, his Enneagram Type 8 FA ADA momentarily slipping to reveal underlying fears and desires. The struggle against being seen as anything less than invincible was a poignant reminder of the universal human fear of inadequacy, of not measuring up. This is where the shadow integration becomes most relevant, highlighting the importance of embracing one's whole self, both light and dark. The societal ecosystem surrounding DMX, including the pressures of the music industry and the expectations of his fans, acted like a crucible, intensifying his internal conflicts. Under the spotlight, his every move was scrutinized, every lyric dissected. The ecosystem dynamics here are reminiscent of a hero's journey, where external forces test the very fabric of one's identity. Yet, unlike traditional narratives, DMX's story is cyclical rather than linear, a constant ebb and flow between the drive for personal growth and the pull of his shadow. There are specific instances where DMX's public and private worlds collided, revealing the tension between his need for autonomy and the expectation of consistency from his audience. The raw emotional honesty in pieces like Slippin' and Damien offers a glimpse into these conflicts, songs that paint a vivid portrait of a man wrestling with his inner demons in a very public arena. These moments invite us into the hero's cave, the dark night of the soul, where transformation is both possible and perilous. In analyzing these narrative tensions, we are drawn to the broader theme of transformation through suffering. DMX's journey underscores the Enneagram's wisdom that our greatest strengths often lie hidden within our greatest vulnerabilities. For Type 8s like him, the path to growth involves not just acknowledging, but embracing these softer aspects, developing the capacity for empathy and connection without the armor of invulnerability. Thus, DMX's story offers a profound lesson in resilience and perseverance. It challenges us to consider our own battles with authenticity and identity. How do we navigate our own paths of integration, especially when the world demands a fixed persona? The universal themes in DMX's life serve as a compass, guiding us toward greater self-awareness and acceptance. As we reflect on these insights, we are reminded that the journey of self-discovery is never solitary. It is a collective experience, an ongoing dialogue with the archetypes that reside within us all. DMX's legacy, then, is not simply music. It is a testament to the enduring human spirit, the courage to confront the shadow and the relentless pursuit of truth and transformation.